How to use the power of mindfulness to calm your anxiety. Introduction. If you are an anxiety sufferer, then it is very likely that you spend a lot of time worrying about the future and dwelling on your past failures. When you are able to live in the moment through mindfulness, you will be able to calm your anxiety and relax. When you make the change to be a mindful person, you will reflect on things rather than react to them. You will focus your mind on the present moment. To benefit from the power of mindfulness, there is a process that you need to follow that will put you in a non-judgmental state of mind. Instead of focusing on the future or your past experiences, you will concentrate on present experiences such as bodily states, sensations you are experiencing, and the environment around you. This helps you to distance yourself from the negative thought cycles that trigger your anxiety. 1. Why is mindfulness so powerful? Mindfulness is all about living in the moment. When you are in a state of mindfulness, you will openly, actively, and intentionally focus your attention on the present. This will help you to realize that you are not your thoughts, and you will be able to observe your thoughts from one moment to the next without passing any judgment on them. When you live in the moment through mindfulness, you will be with your thoughts as they exist. You will not cling on to them or try to push them aside. It will provide you with an awakening experience rather than letting your life pass you by without really living it. There are many benefits to living in the moment. It will help to reduce the stress in your life and has physical benefits as well, such as lowering of your blood pressure, providing a boost to your immune system, and even assisting with chronic pain. When you become mindful and live in the moment, you will feel a lot happier. Your self-esteem will increase, and you will become more flexible in your thinking. You will become more accepting to your weaknesses and have more empathy with others. It's all about anchoring your awareness to the present. When you do this, you reduce the chances of anxiety and depression. After a while, you will be able to hear the negativity in your mind, but not be swayed by it or threatened by it. Of course, it is one thing to tell you to live in the moment, but it is another actually doing it. Like everything, it will take practice and effort, but it really is worth it. Here are some tips to help you live in the moment and keep it going. Just do it rather than think about it. If you think too hard about living in the moment, then you will not get the results that you want. Concentrate more on what's going on around you than the thoughts in your head. Practice relishing what you are doing at this moment. If you just try to zone out, then there is a good chance that your negative thoughts about the past or the future will still plague you. So, make an effort to really relish what you are doing right now. You could be taking a shower, listening to your favorite music, or eating something. It doesn't matter, just focus on it and enjoy. Get into the flow to lose track of time. Really get engrossed in what you are doing this minute and you will lose all track of time. This is known as the flow. When you are in the flow, you are totally aware of the moment. Move towards something that is worrying you. We all have things in life that cause us pain. The natural reaction is to move away from the pain. Instead of avoiding the issue, just accept that it is there and don't judge it. Always remember that your thoughts are just thoughts. You don't have to do what they are telling you or even believe them. Accept that you don't know. If you think that you already know something, then it is easy to black it out and not notice other things around you. Try to see new things around you when you are in the moment. Don't assume that you know everything that's happening around you. Remember that you can be mindful or live in the moment at any time. All you need to do is pay attention to what you are experiencing right now. What do you hear, see, and smell? It doesn't matter how it feels to you because you do not want to judge. When you focus your attention on the present, you will counteract worry and anxiety. In a state of mindfulness, you will not be thinking about events in your future, such as paying your rent or tackling a difficult task at your work. You won't be reflecting on the mistake that you made in the past either, or participating in any kind of negative thinking. You need to treat your past experiences as a learning process only. If you did something wrong before, then learn why it went wrong and move on. It is important to plan for a positive future as well, but when you spend too much time thinking about the past and the future, it is an anxiety attack waiting to happen. There has been a great deal of research about how mindfulness can help calm anxiety. The best thing about mindfulness is that it teaches you how to react to worry and stress with awareness of what is going on around you right now. Mindfulness stops you from acting instinctively and being unaware of what is driving your thought process. By being aware of your mental and physical states in the moment, you will be able to react better to most situations. 2. How does mindfulness work? There are a number of ways in which mindfulness works. One of the best things that it does is to persuade us to open up and accept the emotions that we have. After a while of practicing mindfulness, you will find that you can identify your emotions a lot easier and also experience them and process them. As an example, if your boss snaps at you at work, you will probably tend to blame yourself and start to become anxious that you have done something bad to upset them. With mindfulness, you can distance yourself from the immediate way that you are feeling and remember some factors that could have influenced your boss's behavior. You recall that they had just returned from their manager's office and had a dressing down about the way the whole team was performing. Your boss looked really stressed and was red in the face. This is probably why they snapped at you and not because you did anything wrong. When you can distance yourself from your emotions through mindfulness, you can come up with different interpretations of a problem which will help to alleviate your anxiety. There are several ways in which mindfulness can help you, including focusing your attention. When you practice mindfulness, you will improve your ability to focus your attention. Studies and science support this. By practicing mindfulness, you increase the amount of activity in the anterior cingulate cortex, ACC, area of your brain. The ACC area of your brain provides your attention and executive function capabilities. When you are able to better focus your attention, it will be easier for you to perform tasks with minimal distraction. Awareness of your body. With mindfulness, you will be able to notice subtle sensations in your body. There have been a number of studies that revealed that mindfulness results in people having increased body awareness. Improve your physical health. The practice of mindfulness meditation can help you to reduce the amount of stress hormone, cortisol, in your body. Research has also shown that it is good for lowering blood pressure levels as well. Better self-perception. Anxiety sufferers often have low self-esteem and a poor perception of themselves. When you practice mindfulness, you will change your self-perception to a more positive one. Buddhism teaches us that the self is not a static or permanent thing. Rather, it is a dynamic thing that is always changing due to the thoughts that you experience. If you practice mindfulness for around 8 weeks, you should find that you will improve your self-love and self-esteem. 3. Practicing mindfulness. Some people believe that mindfulness is difficult, but it really isn't. There is no hidden secret to practicing mindfulness. You can practice mindfulness at any time during any activity. All you need to do is focus on the present moment. Most people do things on autopilot without thinking about them. The next time that you eat a meal, notice how your food looks, how it smells, and the textures and flavors that it has when you eat it. When you do this, you will find that your meal is a lot more enjoyable than usual. You can practice mindfulness through meditation and yoga, Zen and Tai Chi. Each of these activities has various styles, so try out a few different ones to see what works best for you. Use the calming of your anxiety as your driving force to try out these mindfulness practices. Always remember that mindfulness will have a positive effect on your anxiety. Here's a way that you can easily practice mindfulness right now. Take a few minutes to just focus on your breathing. Feel the movement of your chest as it rises and falls. If you find that your mind wanders, then just refocus on your breathing. Just focus on the present moment. It's all about the here and now. Think about how great it is to be alive right now. This should make you feel better, but you need to bear in mind that it will take regular practice of mindfulness to really produce that calming effect for your anxiety. Here are some tips to help you live in the moment and keep it going. Just do it rather than think about it. If you think too hard about living in the moment, then you will not get the results that you want. Concentrate more on what's going on around you than the thoughts in your head. Practice relishing what you are doing at this moment. If you just try to zone out, then there's a good chance that your negative thoughts about the past or the future will still plague you. So make an effort to really relish what you are doing right now. You could be taking a shower, listening to your favorite music, or eating something. It doesn't matter, just focus on it and enjoy. Get into the flow to lose track of time. Really get engrossed in what you are doing this minute and you will lose all track of time. This is known as the flow. When you are in the flow, you are totally aware of the moment. Move towards something that is worrying you. We all have things in life that cause us pain. The natural reaction is to move away from the pain. Instead of avoiding the issue, just accept that it is there and don't judge it. Always remember that your thoughts are just thoughts. You don't have to do what they are telling you or even believe them. 4. Mindfulness practices that will calm your anxiety. Here are some specific mindfulness practices that will help you to calm your anxiety. Make a connection with your breathing. We have already mentioned how you can get into a state of mindfulness by paying attention to your breathing. If you're feeling anxious, then creating a connection with your breathing, you provide your mind with the opportunity to slow down. This will also help you to gain proper perspective on whatever it is that is making you anxious. When you focus on your breathing, it will enable you to distance yourself from your troubling thoughts. This in turn will calm your anxiety. It is easy to form a connection with your breathing. Just follow all of the movements involved while you take each breath. Notice the breathing in and breathing out very closely. By observing closely each intake of breath and exhale that you make, you will very quickly find yourself in the moment. Once you are there, you can just open up to everything that is around you. Notice how your body feels and feel the temperature of the room that you are in. Are there any sounds that you can hear? What can you smell right now? As you focus on your breathing and start to notice the detail of what is around you, your mind will experience a well-deserved rest. Creating a body and mind connection. You are probably already aware of the body and mind connection. You will find this to be the most profound when you experience fear and anxiety. If you are in the grip of a powerful irrational fear, experience it connects directly to your nervous system. It tells your brain that there is a threat to you, which kicks off a fight or flight reaction. This will really open the floodgates to a negativity cycle and create strong negative emotions and sometimes painful physical symptoms. These can be so strong that you can actually believe that you are about to die. There is a way out of this using mindfulness. When you are in a state of mindfulness, you can use the mind and body connection to break the negative cycle pattern that is triggering your anxiety. You can get into a mindful state quickly and really tune into what is happening. In a mindfulness state, you will be able to observe your thoughts and emotions and see the impact these are having on your physical body. You may notice that you have a knot in your stomach or tension in your lower back. Maybe you are having heart palpitations or sweating. When you are able to tune into how your anxiety manifests itself in your body, you will have a more acute awareness of how everything is interconnected. This will provide you with a great starting point for tackling your anxiety. Not reacting to thoughts. A lot of people that suffer from anxiety tend to jump to conclusions. They always seem to see the black side of life and predict the worst possible outcomes for themselves. This is mostly irrational fear about things that are extremely unlikely to happen to them. You cannot control the unknown, but this kind of thinking is an attempt to do just that. One of the best ways to tackle this issue is to create a pause with these negative predictions. When you pause, you will have the opportunity to identify your thoughts and see them for what they are, just negative thoughts. When you do this, they will lose the power that they previously had over you. So, get yourself into a mindfulness state by thinking about laying on the grass outside. Watch all of the clouds as they pass overhead. See all of the different shapes of the clouds as they freely pass by. The reason for doing this is that you can relate this to how you want to perceive your thoughts. They just come and go freely, and you will observe them with objectivity rather than letting them lead to knee-jerk reactions. Treat all your thoughts in the same way. It doesn't matter if they are thoughts that trigger your anxiety or happy thoughts. Avoid the emotion that lies beneath the thought. Just observe the thought and let go of it. It's just like the clouds that pass freely by. Mindfulness noting. Anxiety sufferers usually get carried away with their thoughts. They usually believe all of their thoughts regardless of how unrealistic they may seem. Over the years, this has become a habit, so you pay attention to these negative thoughts. Here is how mindfulness can help. It provides you with a grounding so that you can see these thoughts for what they are, negative predictions about the future. Please understand that changing the way that you react to your thoughts is going to take time and regular practice. A good practice to use is mindfulness noting. Here you create a mental note each time you are drawn to a specific thought. If the thought makes you sad, then make a mental note of the word sad. If the thought scares you, then your mental note is fear. This noting practice helps you to make space for your thoughts. You are actually creating a relationship with your thoughts rather than trying to hide from them or trying to push them away. In this way, you can live with these thoughts in the moment without triggering anxiety. Conclusion. Practicing mindfulness is a very effective way to calm your anxiety. There's no mystery to mindfulness, and you can practice it anytime and anywhere. All you need to do is pay attention to what you are experiencing right now. What do you hear, see, and smell? It doesn't matter how it feels to you because you do not want to judge.